Is Tupac's new autobiography being overshadowed by Jada Pinkett's new book? That's what the internet is buzzing about right now. Most people didn't even know Tupac had a new autobiography out. Let's get into some of this straight game.
Life is like those cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY, Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and like I always say, if you would like to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of the straight game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get right into it. Tupac's new autobiography. Tupac's new autobiography. Doubling down on his relationship with Jada Pinkett. The timing of the autobiography's release is it's kind of, I wouldn't say bad, but you know, based on the fact that Jada just dropped her book, and you know, she's been getting a ton of publicity in regards to her book, but in Tupac's new autobiography that was basically green-lighted as an authorized autobiography by Afeni Shakur prior to her death in 2016. You know, they're kind of leading in the media with basically Tupac's sister, Setchua Shakur, basically, you know, she's confirming, you know, Tupac's conversations, you know, after meeting Jada Pinkett. Basically, Setchua Shakur, she basically said the dotting sibling recalled some memorable moments she had with her brother, and some of them mentioned Jada. One moment including details about Tupac's friendship with his friend John Cole. He said, "All I remember is John coming over to the house all the time, and nothing else could be talked about but Jada," Setchua said. And his music changed, this people changed, and Jada came, the entity. The magazine posters had come off the wall, and John's art went up on the wall, and pictures of Jada. So basically, Tupac had a real, from what I'm understanding, a real infatuation with Jada Pinkett. You know, even at a young age, while they attended the Baltimore School of the Arts, where they met at. And like I said, we've seen a lot of the poems and things that Tupac had wrote to Jada Pinkett. And, you know, so like I said, when people were talking about, when Jada talked about, you know, Tupac asking her to marry him while he was in prison, you know, like I was trying to tell most people, Jada's from Baltimore. Jada's not unfamiliar. If you know the structure of Baltimore, she's not unfamiliar with that lifestyle. It's not far-fetched. Like I said, you know, her mother had previous problems dealing with drugs and things like that. And like I said, you know, her mother shared that with the world. And so, yeah, but yeah, this new autobiography, I mean, it really hasn't been getting any kind of real publicity, if you will, you know. So, you know, I guess talking about Tupac's relationship with Jada, the book is actually authored by Stacey Robinson, if you will. And yeah, so I don't know. How many of you guys, have any of you guys read the book? If you have, you can chime in, let me know what's in it. Like I said, I'm definitely going to order it, you know, as a momentum, if you will. Hopefully there's some new information that we don't know about already in the book, and that'll be interesting to read. But yeah, you know, Jada Pinkett said Tupac was her soulmate, you know, and most people like kind of clown that. I'm like, wow, how can you clown that? Like, I was trying to explain to people like from day one, and here it is now. Tupac's sister talking about, you know, the posters changed on the wall when he met Jada, you know what I mean? And it was John Cole's art that went up on the wall, and pictures of Jada Pinkett. that went up on the wall in reference to, how Tupac felt about Jada. And, like I told you before, as if you watched the MTV interview that he basically said that I would give Jada my one lung, my one heart, my bone marrow. This is how Tupac felt about Jada Pinkett Smith. And it's been a lot of other YouTube channels. It was one YouTube channel, they were talking about Jada was talking about her and Will, and they had been separated, but up until the night of the Oscars, when Will Smith had smacked Chris Rock, and that they were together, people was like, oh, I thought they were separated. Like, instead of just listening to what she's sharing, they're trying to get in front of it, make it a joke, trying to grab onto it and trying to find some kind of inconsistencies in the story that she's telling, all in the sake of, having something to say, having some content to be made. But like I said, once again, this is Tupac's sister confirming the relationship between Tupac and how deeply he felt about Jada Pinkett at a very young age when they were still attending the Baltimore School of the Arts, as well as Tupac's friend John Cole. So yeah, I would like to let this be a lesson. But like I said, most people who've done stories already, they've done them. They've kind of moved on, kind of got their little bashing in because they see that that was the tide to roll with at that particular time, the tide of bashing. And like I said, there's been so many people over the years, who thought that Tupac and Jada Pinkett actually had a personal relationship, or should I say a sexual relationship. And that simply wasn't true from Jada Pinkett's own mouth. Like I said, I don't think that if Jada had a sexual relationship with Tupac, I don't think that would be something that she would be ashamed of or ashamed of discussing, especially in her book, when, that would even garner more attention from that perspective. But I think she can rely on her actual relationship, the actual truthful aspect of their relationship and what they shared. And I think that would be enough. Unlike, now I can tell you this, like unlike Faith Evans' book, right? When Faith went to write her book, she said a bunch of stuff that actually wasn't true in regards to her and Tupac relationship. And, what she should have used was the truth, because the truth, like Jada Pinkett's book, is what's going to garner the sales and the attention that needed to be had in regards to that. So, I think that, this is very interesting. But like I said, Tupac's sister coming out actually speaking, on this situation from, what she understood at a very young age, was great. And like I said, even Jada Pinkett mentioning in her book that her and Tupac actually weren't on speaking terms when he passed. She cared about Tupac above and beyond his fame and all of the things that other people would be, present for, you know what I mean? And she just felt like, his life was becoming too dangerous, and the things that he was involving himself with, I think as far as death row and, what she knew him to be, because like I said, they knew each other at a very young age, what she knew him to be and what she saw him becoming, just wasn't acceptable to her. Most females would, they along for the ride and, you know what I mean, the whatever, the party, the money, the fame, or whatever, to be attached to that. But Jada Pinkett didn't have a sexual relationship with Tupac, so her feelings were a little bit different, like brother and sister, and the sister being mad at her brother because, he's not doing the things that she know that he's capable of doing and the things that he's done before. And so, this new book, this new autobiography, man, I really haven't heard much of it. So I would take it that they, trying to, use the Jada part of the book to really, push it out there and try to get some attention. But I'm definitely going, like I said, I'm definitely going to pick that book up and check it out, like I said. So like, if you read the book or you any good excerpts out the book that y'all might know about, if you picked it up, it was released on the 24th of October. You know what I mean? And so, should be an interesting read. But I just found it interesting, once again, that Tupac's sister is quoted in the book, basically saying that, when Tupac came home, he changed pictures on his wall to his friend John Cole's art and pictures of Jada Pinkett. So this is coming from, his sister. So, a lot of people, like I said, who didn't know Tupac, never met Tupac, they usually have a lot to say. But like I said, but when his sister speaks, you know what I mean, or his father or his mother, may she rest in peace, spoke, I think these are the people, or people that were in his immediate circle, when they speak in regards to situations in his relationship, it tends to be more credible than a lot of the garbage that we're hearing from a lot of these YouTube channels. So yeah, like I said, if you picked up the book, Autobiography, 2Pac Shakur, and like I said, Tupac's sister, Setcha Shakur, is talking about Tupac's actual relationship with Jada from a very young age. Your boy DELRAY, straight gang.